Welcome everyone to just another classic song from that little band from Texas. Great song. It's just played at breakneck speed. I'll show you some tips on how to get up to that speed. Some of the differences in the lick that he does. And we'll go through the slide guitar also. Although I've been listening to Raw a ton, their latest live album. And they don't do this solo in that. They just play through the rhythm, and just a great version. It's what got me going on this. So we're in standard tuning. I've got my Richard Kotzen Telecaster. It's got a little hotter pickup. That's why I chose it than your standard Tele. So Les Paul would be fine also. Like I said, we're in standard tuning. My notes will be linked right below the video. Click on that, you can download them. Now, this song really uses a lot of hybrid picking, which is really a big part of Reverend G's repertoire. So if you watch the raw video of this song, you'll see him sometimes finger picking it and other times just playing it, especially when he sings. He's just hitting the chords. So I'll show you how to play it both ways, how it's recorded and how you can play it if you're not so proficient at hybrid picking. I'll tell you, you're going to get a blister if you use a hybrid picking. So, you know, just work through it. That's what I did. Took me a good week to get through that. But what we start out with is an A power chord, just a simple power chord. And then he does a pull off from the 5th fret on the 4th and 3rd string to the 2nd. Then we do a hit on, so I'm using my pick and my finger. Now some people use their pick and middle and ring finger, whatever way you're comfortable with. I use my pick with my ring finger. That's just me. So we're pulling off, then we hit the open A, back to the 2. All right, so we have this so far. I'll hit the A, then we're going to hit that 2 on the 4th and 3rd string again, pull off to open, and hit the 5th string open again. So we have this. I'm just going to do the lick. You know how to hit an A power chord. Start it again. One more time. Now we're going to hit that A, and as we hit that A, we're going to move up to the 7th fret and pull off from 7 to 5. Hit the A again, and then 5, and then open. Now when I say 5, that's on the 4th and 3rd string, and then open on the 4th and 3rd string. I should have specified that. My apologies. So we have this. Alright, that's the first time through the lick. That's consistent throughout the song whenever he starts the lick again. He will do that pull off from 2 and then 2 to open. Alright, now when we're into the verse, or the second measure of the intro, I should say, second measure of the intro, we're not going to pull off to 2. Alright, that's the only difference. So that's the biggest difference, and it's consistent throughout the song. So now when we start the verse, we're going to do it without the pull-offs. We'll do that lick for 4 measures of the verse as they start singing. The way I remember it, it's when, you know, Billy starts out, Billy comes back in. It's after the second time that Dusty comes in singing that we go into the pre-chorus. So I'll go through the intro picking it. so that's how the intro would go if you end the verses and so forth if you're picking it. It's fine. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, we're jamming with our artist who we enjoy. So for the pre-chorus, you'll hear the bass do a little walk down, and then you'll hear the guitar slide into the 7th fret. We're going to be in the 5th position. Think of that. But we'll be playing, basically referencing our D here on the 4th and 3rd string. We'll slide into 7 with those 2 strings and then hit it again. Now you could do that with your first finger and play the 4th and 3rd string at the 10th fret. But in the style that watching Billy do this live, where I get most of my, that's how they played it, is I think he's playing the F. This would be F up here, E, F, all right, from D, E, F. We're playing this form of F, a D form, if you will, from D, E, F. All right, I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but so we're going to be plucking the 4th and 3rd string as we slide into it at 7, hit it again, then pluck the 3rd and 2nd string at 5 and 6 respectively. Back to 7, then a quick 5, 6, 7 on the 5th string. So that's half the pre-chorus. The next part of it, he slides and hits an open E string twice, then to 3 with a slight pull down and back off to open, and then hits the 2nd fret, another E note on the 4th string. That's a little lead into our chorus, that E note on the 4th string, because what we're going to do is play 4th and 3rd string, 5 to open, 5 to open twice, 5 to open, and then 2. Then we'll do 5 open twice, and then 5 open twice again, and then 5 open 2. Let's just do the pre-chorus slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chorus. Alright, the first time we go through the chorus, when he comes back in, he'll walk up into the next verse. And then actually the verse starts with a little reprised that first measure of the lick that we learned with the pull-off. Okay, and then we're actually into the verse. The verse again will be 4 measures long without the pull-off. And then we're into another pre-chorus, just like we learned, and chorus. Only difference, when we hit the end of the 2nd chorus, we'll hit the A as a power chord twice, rather than just picking the 4th and 3rd string, okay? That leads us into the solo rhythm. The solo rhythm is exactly like the verses. We're going to come in with the lick with the pull-off, and then actually 3 measures without, not 4 measures. And then the actual slide guitar will play the pre-chorus and the chorus, and then we go into the interlude. All right. So if you want to play along, the slide guitar is simple. You don't even need a slide really to play it. So I'll show you the solo after we go over that. But let's talk about the interlude. There is one big difference in the very beginning of the interlude. He doesn't start out on 5, he starts out on 2. So he's going to do 2 pulled off to open, on the 4th and 3rd string, then hit the 5th string open, then the 2nd fret of the 4th and 3rd string before hitting that again and pulling off to open. Then we're back to the normal lick. So we have this. And then we're into 2 measures that don't have the pull off to the G. So the interlude has this walk up, walk down section that's very memorable. All right, it's going to start out, it has triplets and doubles in it. So it's going to sound like this. I'm going to do it slow. And then we're into the outro. The outro is basically the lick that we know for the verse. We'll do 1 measure with the pull-off. And then the next couple of measures, as it's fading out through the 2nd measure, will be without the pull-off. All right, so that walk up, walk down, there is a pattern to it. All right, so it's 3 counts and then 2 counts, or 3 hits and then 2 hits. And we're going to do a 4 for a set of 3 counts, 2 double counts, and then 4 3 counts, 2 double counts, 4 triple counts, and then 2 to open E, finishing it off with double counts until the open E is just single. So the first 4 are 0 on the 5th string, 1, 2, 3. All right, the next 2 that are doubles are 4 and then open on the 4th string. Then we start walking down. Now we've done our 2, so the 2 doubles are 4 on the 5th string and open 4th. So now we're going to do triplets, 4 of them. 3, 2, 1, open. That'll be our 4 on the 4th string. Now we got to do a set of doubles, and that will lead us to 3 and 2. 4 sets of triplets, so that'll be 1 to open. Oops. Then we go to the 4th fret of the 6th string. We've got 2 more triplets to do, so that'll be 4 and 3. Another set of doubles, which will be 2 and 1, and then just open. Okay, so like I said, I've written it out. That'll help you, and maybe that'll help you with the pattern of it to remember it. We'll go over the solo next, and you'll. So the lick, again, if you don't want to play this with a slide, it's fine, just fret the notes. We're going to be sliding over the 14th fret. It'll be an 8 count. That's consistent through the 2 measures of this. And the first time will be 13 on the 2nd string to 14 on the 3rd, back to 13 and slid down. So we'll have this. Alright, the next time he'll count the 8, then he's going to slide up to 15, slide down to 13 on the 2nd string, grabbing 14 on the 3rd, and then back to 13 on the 2nd. I'll just shorten it up. Alright, so those are the first, that's the first full measure of the solo. The next lick you'll hear is identical to the first. The 13 on the second, back to 14 and the third, and then 14. All right, the very last lick, what we're going to do, we'll hit our 14 8 times, then we're going to slide up to 17, all right, coming back to 14, but we don't really hit it. When we get to 14, we're going to hit the third string and slide down. All right, that's the solo. Now we're into the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus, again, he uses a slide, so we'll just come from the 7th fret up to the 10th fret, and then back to 7. All right, now we're going to move everything up a full step, 9, all right, sliding up to 12. All right, and then we come up to the first position. I'll change the camera angle here. Basically, we're doing the same thing we did for the chorus. We're going to hit the 5, slid in, and then open. Then you can do a tricky little lick where we hit 14 back, 5 back to 4, back to 5. And then we hit the A. And he'll do that twice. And then we're back into the outro. All right, so that's the solo parts. Again, not really necessary to do it if you play with the raw version. They are in standard tuning, so that's really great. You can just grab your guitar, that whether it's a Les Paul or a hotter pickup telly, and jam with that. One other note, I was in my neck pickup because that solo slide sounded a little more bassy to me, so that's what I used for that pickup. So I hope this helps everybody. Play a great song. Enjoy.